Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, to my videos, and to everyone who's been getting personal readings from me. If you are interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box, as well as the link to my Instant Go if you just need a few tarot cards to answer your question. Now, for this week's reading, I'm going to be doing a new kind of spread. The Divine Masculine version of this has already posted, but basically, I've been feeling quite detached from my twin, and yeah, just feeling kind of the push and urgency to start doing other things, to kind of have my energy elsewhere. So let me know if you've been feeling this as well, but because of that, I thought I would do a different kind of spread this week, that instead I would be looking more towards how and what is being healed, what is being worked on for both the masculine and the feminine. So I'm going to be using the Heal Yourself reading cards. I'm going to get 3 cards for 3 different aspects of what's going on. So we're going to get 1 card to see how the Divine Feminine is healing things in her 3D life, another card how the Divine Feminine is healing things in her regarding her connection with her Divine Masculine, and lastly going to get 1 card to see how the Divine Feminine is healing things in terms of her emotional body. So we're going to get 3 cards from here and then clarify them with my tarot decks and just see what comes through. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is the Divine Feminine working on healing in their 3D life, 3D environment? What's being healed? What is being worked through? Divine Feminine. Wow, we got 2 cards. Self-sabotage and selling out. Literally 1 and 2. Okay, so with these 2 cards, it's definitely Divine Feminine. And both of these cards already, you can tell that they're about involvement with other people. They're about people in your 3D life, people you're around, your environment, and needing to shift things. So for some of you Divine Feminine, what you're working on right now in your 3D life is healing the self-sabotage kind of template that maybe you've been working through. Learning to receive, for some of you in particular, I feel like learning to receive things, learning to kind of go with the flow with certain things, not sabotaging, your connections with others, and also for some of you not letting other people sabotage the connections and the movement you are trying to make yourself. And especially if you have people around you who are maybe draining your energy or just negatively influencing you, even if they're maybe not forcing your hand to do an action, just negative influence, negative energetically, you're realizing and releasing those people. Because if you look at this card, you see that there's someone here with their like creepy hands on her shoulder and kind of having her captive in a way. Someone may be trying to negatively influence you right now, Divine Feminine. And you're really being called to realize this and to stop having other people kind of impact you in that way. Stop following kind of the crowd of other people if they are negative in your life. And even the girl in this card, like, she's just in a trance. She's being touched on her shoulder and being touched on her hand and looking like she's in a trance. It's like listening, some of you, you're around people who are causing you to self-sabotage. And again, it may not be malicious. For some of you, it may be malicious, but for others of you, it's not malicious. It's just that they are leading you astray. They're leading you to do something that you're not wanting to do. Leading you to just go along and almost be like a zombie state like this. So this is being healed for you. This is being called for you to release this, to release the feeling, those people that are causing you to kind of go astray. Similarly, we have selling out. So some of you who are, being influenced by others, or just going on a path that's not for you, not your own really, it's causing you to sell out. It's causing you to not be, it's causing you to go on a path that's not for you. It's causing you to kind of shift your beliefs, shift your perspective, even if it's not what your heart desires, even if it's not what your heart believes. It's almost like you're selling out. You're leaving a piece of yourself. For some of you, especially if you're dealing with trappings of 3D in terms of material things, you may be feeling like you're selling out. You may be realizing that maybe you aren't really getting what you thought you would. And even in this picture, she also looks like she's in a trance. It's like she doesn't even know that there's blood on her, that she's kind of ravaged, that she's done something out of turn. So it definitely looks like some divine feminine, you're dealing with people who are leading you astray. Some of you have realized this, some of you have not. But you're starting to wake up from this. You're starting to break out of a trance. And I feel like this is more for people who are closer to you, especially with this self-sabotage. Bottom of the deck is letting go, because this is to let go. This is to heal and push you further to where you need to be. And I just keep looking at the self-sabotage, how her hand is kind of over her stomach area. I feel like some of you have been sabotaged into not feeling confident about yourself, not feeling like you're able to achieve something. It's caused a cycle of self-sabotage for you. Other people kind of leading you astray, and then it's messing with your confidence. And then you doubt, and then you don't pursue, and then it's like you're sabotaging yourself before you've even given yourself a chance to go for your goals, to go for your dreams. But I feel like this is definitely like a closer relationship. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments, but let's get a clarifying card from the Crystal Visions Tarot. So why are these cards here for what's being healed for the Divine Feminine regarding her 3D life? Self-sabotage and selling out. What is this about for the Divine Feminine Collective? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is really interesting. So Four of Cups in reverse means that you're starting to get your passion back. You're starting to get your interest and enthusiasm for something back, which is a good thing. But that means you were in this Four of Cups state. And I'm not sure how well you can see it on here, but the Four of Cups, she's just kind of sitting there. She's disinterested. She's just kind of going along. I feel like it's similar to these cards where the girls in the picture are just kind of in a trance. They're just there. They're not engaging. They're just there. It's like they're being used. They're being guided. They're being used. They're not being asked for their opinion, because it's about them self-sabotaging themselves or selling out, and the people in their environment impacting that. So this is definitely something you're coming out of, Divine Feminine, as you release and let go of these things. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, it's like you're starting to stand your ground to, as you get your enthusiasm back, as you get more interested in things, and more like as you start to take charge of yourself, in charge of your life, in charge of your path more, you're going to be feeling stronger and more confident with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is really about confidence to me. And so when I mentioned this before, like she was holding her stomach like she doesn't feel confident, it's like now as you do this, as you get your enthusiasm and passion back, and stop being in the kind of energy of self-sabotage or selling out, you're going to feel stronger as you do so. You're going to feel that inner strength really come through. So let's also get a card from the Rider-Waite deck. Divine Feminine energy towards the 3D life. Yep, 9 of Pentacles. You're going to be separating yourself from this energy, separating yourself from the people who may be guiding you the wrong way, or who maybe in the past have been guiding you or are currently guiding you, making you feel like you don't have a choice, making you feel like you're in a trance, maybe impacting your actions, causing you to feel and realize that maybe that you're selling out in some way, that you're losing a part of yourself in some way. You're going to separate yourself from that. You're going to become separate from that, comfortable with yourself, sustaining yourself fully. Sorry, I had to pause the video really quickly. But the other card that came out is the Page of Wands. So similar to the 9 of Pentacles, it's like as you're releasing these energies from other people and becoming separate, you're going to be starting a new chapter for yourself. You're going to be starting again, carrying over from this 4 of Cups in reverse, where you're feeling enthusiastic and feeling interest in things again. You're going to be feeling passion for things. You're going to be feeling ready to start a new beginning, a new chapter. Yeah, ready for something new to sprout, something new to take form, something that you feel passionate about. And you may be telling others about this new direction you're going in, being like, you know, I need time by myself. I need to go in my own way, because that's where my heart is leading me to. Yep, speaking of that, the moon, that's where your intuition is leading you to go. So let's go to the next card, which is going to be what is being healed right now, what is being worked on right now from the divine, by the divine feminine, regarding the connection to the divine masculine. So what are you working on healing regarding your connection, regarding your union with the divine masculine? Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and get the card. Okay, wow, we got this card for the divine masculine in a different category earlier, but now we're getting love is being healed by the divine feminine for her connection with the divine masculine. So definitely check out the divine masculine version of this reading if you haven't already. But with this being with the divine feminine is healing towards the connection with the divine masculine, the divine feminine is really working on, I feel like this is more like accepting love. Because again, the man is in the painting, the woman is outside, she's also holding like some type of glass, I don't know what you'd call it, but something with like a green potion in it, like a love potion or something, but I relate it to the heart chakra. So I feel like with this, divine feminine is really working on healing her own love wounds, but healing it separately, healing it again, healing and feeling the love for and from the divine masculine, despite the divine masculine not being able to reach out and touch her. And I feel like, so this is coming through more like as abandonment to me, like healing yourself, healing any of those issues around love, reception of love, and giving love when someone is not physically there. Like, what does that mean? Some of you may be going through and realizing that maybe some of your patterns or habits regarding love are about physically showing your love to someone who is like right in front of you. And I feel like this is more of like a challenge, something that's being moved through. And I feel like this is something larger on the twin flame journey for everyone, is learning how to give and receive love from afar. Learning how to give and receive love to your divine masculine or to your divine feminine if you're masculine watching this, from your divine counterpart when they're not physically there. It's like, what are you going to do to is emulate the right word? To express your love in all aspects of your life when the person that you want to receive it is not, 3D physically there. So I feel like that's something the Divine Feminine is working on. Because even in this card, the Divine Feminine, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's a spilled glass of wine in the corner, and it almost looks like a voodoo doll that was like stabbed, almost like she was trying to do all of these things to get over the lack of feeling of love, because the guy is in the picture. So she has her amulet, she has like whatever, a love potion, she has a voodoo doll, she has a spilled glass of wine, overindulging in things to feel the whole of love. So it's like Divine Feminine, you may be working through these things right now where you are healing, having and receiving and showing love from afar. Knowing that love is greater than any distance. It's greater than something that you can only experience in a physical kind of way. And I feel like for some of you, it is about knowing that I'm getting just like patience with love, being patient with the person you love. Knowing that if the love is there, that even if they're not here physically with you, it is still enough. Even if it's uncomfortable at times. I hope that makes sense. Let me know definitely in the comments. And the bottom of the deck is Entrapment. And I think we got this card for the Divine Masculine as well. So again, some of you may have been feeling, you may go through like times where you feel trapped because you have all of this love, you want to express this love to your Divine Masculine, but physically it may not be possible for whatever reason that may be. So you feel trapped in your own feelings. You feel trapped in how can you express love? How can this work out when someone's not there? But that's really an entrapment of your mind, something that you have to get yourself out of, something that you have to heal yourself out of, healing your mindset, healing your own emotions regarding, what love is, how to express that to someone, or how to still exude love and positivity when the person that you intend it for is maybe not directly right there. So let's get a clarifying card for that. So why is this love card here for what the Divine Feminine Collective is healing in the 3D? Ace of Swords, like I said, it's the mindset. It's a new beginning. It's a clarity of mind, clarity realizing how love can basically surpass the physical things, the 3D things, whether that's time, whether that's a distance, physical communication going on. That everything can be overcome despite that. In the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So I feel like this is maybe, for some of you, maybe you've already kind of realized this, but for others of you, you're still working through these things, which is perfectly fine. You're still working on healing that kind of balance or that realization of feeling so many emotions, feeling so much love despite the distance between you and someone else. And so I feel like this Tower can be a revelation for some of you. For others of you, I feel like as you are starting to get communication from your Divine Masculine, you're realizing, you're kind of having this Tower moment and realizing that the love was there despite the distance, despite you being in the 3D and your Divine Masculine kind of being in this picture. So let's get a card from the Rider-Waite. nothing wants to come out. Clarifying card for why this love card is here for the Divine Feminine Collective. Okay, we have the Hierophant. So this is the marriage card. It's also about like right and wrong and some type of cultural standards. So I feel like for some of you, with the love that's being healed, especially regarding love from a distance, is just what I keep getting. Some of you are, part of the thing that you're working through is that the love from a distance, it may not go along with what a traditional relationship is. And I mean, as we are on this twin flame journey, we kind of know that we break all the rules. That's just not going to be, we don't fit in a box of this type of traditional relationship things, just because that's not the nature of our path, of the game that we're in, so to speak. But some of you are really coming to terms with that, really working through the differences between your personal path and what is quote unquote normal or right and wrong regarding a more, I don't know, non-twin flame love relationship. It requires more of you right now on our path. Not just about what's right and wrong, what cultural standards, it's about the distance, it's about realizing that we kind of surpass time, space, reality, all of that. And so you're being really asked to drop these burdens, and as you realize these things, as you come to your own kind of aha moment about this, you're going to be dropping these burdens regarding what's right or wrong in a traditional relationship, because it really, we're in a different ballgame. So let me know if that resonates with you. I feel like that's something, I mean, both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are working on love and healing things regarding love in different ways. Divine Masculine was regarding his 3D environment, but for the Divine Feminine, for you guys, it's more regarding specifically your Divine Masculine. So definitely let me know. So the last card is going to be what the Divine Feminine is healing on and working through in her emotional body. Divine Feminine working through in her emotional body. Ooh. Wow. After I just talked about, our journey being not in the traditional roles, the emotional body is working on patience. Our emotional bodies right now, Divine Feminine, are working on being patient. Again, being, separate from our counterpart and being okay with that at the time. Being okay with that right now is working through feeling the love, feeling the support, feeling the connection, all from a non-physical point of view, and still being okay with it. Still feeling like that is plentiful, is soothing enough. And realizing that we can be patient a little bit more, that we can wait a little bit more, that we still have just enough to go through the next period. So patience. And it's interesting because the woman in this card, I mean, she's wearing some type of white gown and she's like ready. She looks nice, like she's prepared for something, but she's sitting outside. She's sitting on this well, reflecting, looking at something in her hands, looking at maybe jewels. So it's like feeling, some of us are needing to work through feeling, it's like balancing the feeling of being prepared but still being ready to wait more. It's like being prepared, being ready, but still being okay with like having to wait an additional time, if that makes sense. And also because this woman, she is outside, she is in nature. I feel like this is semi-advice as well, that, you know, as you are working through these emotions, possibly again around abandonment, working through those things regarding your emotional body, it's important to stay grounded. It's important to be in nature, to, you know, take a walk outside, to be near water, especially since she's at the well, and just to let that grounded nature of, you know, the earth really calm us, really let us be patient, really calm our nerves, calm our emotions, and feel like we are one, not only with the earth, with our own path, but also with our twin. Okay, so let's look. I didn't look at the bottom of the deck. Wow, help from above. So on a more internal emotional level, we are working again on receiving and being fulfilled by the guidance that we are receiving, not getting too frustrated, not being too annoyed by, you know, excessive number repeatings or excessive synchronicities or dreams or whatever about our twin. Knowing that we are being guided, knowing that we are being helped. And I like how this is the bottom of the deck for this section, which is the emotional body, because we have this huge full moon right here. So, and we have all of these waves, so the water again. So feeling that, you know, we are receiving our guidance from the universe. The universe is guiding our emotions. The universe is guiding our inner selves, our higher selves, about what we should be doing. And that if we listen to that, it's going to really help us to be this patient person. It's going to calm our emotions. It's going to calm everything. We're going to feel like, you know what, it's happening. I'm ready. I'm in my dress. It's going to happen. But at the same time, I'm going to do what I got to do. So let's get some cards for that. So why is this patience card here? For what the divine feminine is healing in her emotional body. This patience that's being healed. Okay. We have the World and we have the Nine of Swords. So definitely ground yourself. It's definitely that feeling of, you know what, everything is okay. My path is taking me on everything to experience everything at just the right time. With this Nine of Swords, it's that feeling of being overthinking, being in your head, your mind just going in circles, your emotions going in circles, your emotional body making you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel obviously all of these things. Why is my masculine not here? Why are things not happening? But it's because you're on this path. You are being moved, you are being guided to the right thing at the right time, but it's not on our time, it's on the divine time. So that's why this patience is coming through as something that needs to happen. Bottom of the deck is the Death card. So again, transformations, things ending to start a new beginning, realizing that, you know, I feel like there's sometimes some conflict between, you know, the emotions you feel versus the physical things or the actions that are being taken around you. And especially with the emotional body, because I feel like a lot of us are empathic, a lot of us are sensitive to energy, so we feel these things. So when we feel so much and then we don't see as much in front of our face, it's like, well, what's happening? It causes a mismatch. So it's about embracing those emotions and knowing that it's just getting us ready. Those emotions are getting us ready for the next thing. But in the meantime, we can be ready, we can learn things. As we learn different things, heal different blocks, it's like we're putting on a new piece of clothing, a new piece of what our final kind of transformation will have us wearing, if that makes sense. Almost like a makeover. You learn different things in different steps, and once you like clear the block, you get, I don't know, a shoe or something. And so we're slowly getting prepared, and the more prepared we get, the more we're like, We feel these emotions more, we feel the connection more. And then it ramps us up like, oh my gosh, something's changing, something's shifting. But at the same time, we have to try and be patient. We have to try and ground ourselves and not overthink the lack of things that may be happening, because the cycle is still turning, the world is still turning, things are still shifting, changes are happening in front of us and behind the scenes. So let's get a card from the Rider-Waite deck. Yep, what did I say? Things are going forward, behind the scenes and in front of our eyes, but in different ways. So we just have to stay on our path. Page of Pentacles reverse. So despite not having a new start, despite not receiving a message from your divine masculine, things are still moving forward, so things are still developing in our favor. So we have to work on our emotional bodies to really be able to accept that. And I feel like sometimes that comes through, again, with this Nine of Swords, where it's like a head versus heart, or head versus emotions. That has to be balanced going forward. So I'm going to grab one more deck and then we'll end this reading. Okay, so I just got my Angel Tarot cards. We're just going to get a few more cards for the Divine Feminine as they are healing these different blocks in the different areas. Divine Feminine Collective healing blocks, so in the 3D with their twin and then their emotional body. Ooh, okay. Six of Fire. Victory, good news, it's on its way. Public recognition or awards. So again, things are happening. Good news is on the way. It's just a matter of realizing that things are happening on both your side and your divine masculine side. So it will come together as it should. Bottom of the deck for that is Five of Water, Five of Cups. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. So again, realizing that things need to be dealt with. Realizing that things are being dealt with, but in divine timing. Now let's get one more card for the Divine Feminine. Renewal. Wow, okay. Renewal. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So again, I feel like this is just the shift that's happening, that we're moving in a direction, sometimes when we don't even know we're moving in a new direction. Review things, review your environment. If there are people who are contributing to self-sabotage or selling out, review that and go in a new direction, a new pathway where you're supposed to be. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So again, it's like review things and then get ready to shift, get ready for something new to happen, get ready for, you know, your spiritual gifts to enhance especially, but also for a relationship, especially that with your divine masculine, to really start coming forth to you. So that is your reading, Divine Feminine. I hope it was helpful. Feel free to leave comments. This is a new kind of spread that I'm doing. Let me know if it resonated. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you like a personal reading, the link is in the description box. Yeah, and I will see you in my next video.